Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hello besties, it's Behind the Shade, and I just got through watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 13, Read the Room. I was like, okay, Kathy Hilton. She had a lot to say. She said, if you irritated me or whatever, I would do some deep diving on you too. I said, Kathy is checking fools. She is sick of Amanda. And she gonna put her in her place, honey. Let's get into it, besties. You ready? But first, I have some updates. You know, you haven't heard from me since what, Sunday? Did I do that recap? It was Married to Medicine, but I probably did it on, I don't know. Did I do it on? Anyway, it don't matter. I got some tea. I got to spill some tea. We got to go behind the shade. I got to spill some tea. Speaking of Dorit, honey, that $6 million home that she lives in is 6 bed. Is it 9 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms? Well, whatever it is too big for her, and it's too big for her pocketbook, honey. If that girl don't go take all them clothes back to that boutique in the Hamptons and pay that mortgage, baby. When PK left, I would have left, girl. So her home is being foreclosed. Dorit is about to be houseless temporarily. Okay, so next, I was scrolling last night on the IG. I follow Cynthia Bailey. Child, her and Sheree, you know, they went to Utah to support Mary Cosby, you know, for her son's funeral. I believe it was on Saturday. It was only 3 people. It was Cynthia Bailey, Sheree Whitfield, and Kyle Richards that was there. Andy couldn't make it. He had some family commitments. But anyway, it was good that some people showed up for her, right? I guess in the cast was there too. But honey, Sheree Whitfield, um, I didn't recognize her, besties. Honey, she didn't got that face fine-tuned. Honey, whoever the doctor is, got her right. She looks younger, she looked good, and she did not look recognizable. Too much, Sheree, too much. And y'all, did you guys hear Kiana Stewart has been fired from the Real Housewives of Potomac? You know, Bravo has a way of letting you announce that you are not coming back. They don't fire you and they don't, you know, they let you say you decided to leave the show. So she made a statement that she's going to focus on her business and her peace. She is not coming back. I said, you sure aren't, because you blew it, honey. Last season, you blew it. Now, I know y'all wondering, is Angel going to come back? But I believe Angel said she was not coming back a while ago. She was like, I'm good, because I think her husband was like, we ain't coming back. You ain't going back there. But she did buy a home in Potomac, besties. So I'm wondering, did I hear her correctly, or will she return? And if she does, I wouldn't, let me know down in the comments. How would you feel? Do you think Angel should come back and be alone, or do you think she should go with Kay? Kiana, what do you think? You know, I think I think she should come back and have a redemption season. But yeah, that's it for the word and the curb on the word on the curb, honey. Um, Angel, I believe she said she wasn't coming back. But that's okay. She doesn't have to, because we got Karen, we got Monique. Child, if they don't bring Candy Ass and her tissue back, goodness, come on, Candy Ass. Come back, baby. Maybe the next season. But we got Karen and Monique. She'll probably be a full-time castmate. You know, we don't want Sharice. We got Ashley. We got Giselle. We got Stacy. Will Wendy be on next season? Ooh, boom, 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 boom. Will she? Okay, besties, let's get into Beverly Hills, honey. So, you know, the girls are in Florence, Italy. I've been there. Nice city, nice. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my time. Anyway, back to them. Enough about me. So, group two arrives to the villa. They are stunned by the elegance, just the top tierness of this villa, right? Dorit is speaking in Italian in her confessionals. I said, okay, Dorit, you are fluent Italian. I'm impressed. Go, girl. Yeah, okay. Maybe you can teach it Italian. Maybe you could, well, never mind. Well, she gets her room, besties. She gets a sauna in her bedroom. Honey, she is super juiced, can't hold it in. So excited, just can't hide it. She falls out on the floor. Erica, oh, hating self. You know, she was hating for real. She was like, I've never seen anyone so excited about a sauna. I was like, girl, because you don't have one. They didn't even show Erica's room. They did not. And they didn't show Kathy's room either. And who else was with them? Who was with them? Erica. Did I write it down? I know I did. Rachel. We didn't, well, we saw her room later. But anyway, Rachel and Erica are just in love with this villa. Honey, they don't ever want to leave. Honey, Rachel's like, this is my house. I'm not even coming home. I'm good. Send for my children. Okay, so group three arrives. You know, that's just Kathy and Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly's like, oh my God, gorgeous. Kathy was like, charming. And Jennifer Tilly was like, Downtown Abbey. Oh my gosh, Bridgerton, right? So Jennifer wants to plan her next thirst trap photo. You know, she did that last season. She said she has to be in the water because she's a little, you know, she got a couple of extra pounds on her and the water is forgiving. So they had to take an elevator up to Jennifer and Kathy's room, honey. I was like, all right then. All right. So, honey, we get to Jennifer's room and then there's a surprise behind the door or whatever. She was like, is it going to be a big, beautiful window? No, child. It is a chapel made in the 1700s, child, the 17th century. It is beautiful. And it has been blessed by the Pope at the time. She was like, wow, so pretty. I mean, honey, baby, Bose did her big one with this trip. I think this is the best cast trip of the whole franchise. Bose, you're doing good, honey. So the ladies are going to glam up and get ready for dinner and cocktails. They're going to stay at the villa. I was like, there's no reason to leave the villa, honey. Let everything come to you, honey. Okay. So everyone's downstairs complimenting each other on how they look, you know, how they do. Girl, Rachel and was that Dorit? Was it? No, Amanda. Rachel and Amanda have on nearly the same dress, same designer, almost the same print, same colors. Erica, she got a cute little key out of that. She's like, I wonder if Rachel just is all just hot on the inside and mad because Amanda is dressed like her. So everybody's waiting on always late Dorit. They have a grand surprise waiting on them. They like, where is this girl? You know, Amanda's looking like, ugh. Kyle is just like, oh. So Erica goes and get her. She's like, you know, my luggage was in Kathy's room. I just got my luggage. Like, bear with me. Dorit is looking good. That black dress was cute because what Dorit gonna do is look cute. But you need to hurry up, Dorit. It's just like, at this point, leave her. I think when people are always late, leave them. Just leave her. Why are you sitting there waiting and wasting time and late to where you gotta leave her? So here she come. And then they head over to the theater, honey. There is a theater in the villa. Oh, it is gorgeous, honey. So they are entertained by an opera performance. So they are, oh, 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 no. Amanda's on her phone. Jennifer Tilly tells us her mom sang opera, so she's in seventh heaven. Sutton says she falls asleep in the opera. Bose loves the opera so much that she's on the board in LA. Kyle is enjoying it, and all the other ladies are pretty enthused too. So afterwards, Amanda asks Dorit, can they speak? Dorit is like, girl, I gotta go potty. Hold the line. She's like, okay, well, after that, so she comes out and she's like, I know you want to talk to me, but Bose, are we going to eat dinner? Because I don't want to hold us up. So Bo's like, we're not going to be held up. We can go eat though, but we do want to eat. So yeah, let's do that. Amanda wants to talk in private. And Dorita's like, look, I want to have fun, okay? Let's talk later, okay? Okay, okay. So the ladies sit down and eat. They're having homemade olive oil, yum, cheese, raw ham, beef cooked medium, my fave, salmon. Jennifer Tilly was like, give me some more of that beef. It was good. So Rachel is just in love with Europe. She says she's always happy when she's in Europe and she wishes to retire there, somewhere in a chateau overlooking the water, just making jewelry, wearing caftans and her jewelry, but making jewelry for fun. Okay. Child, Kyle tells Dorit, well, baby, I saw you in the blogs, honey. You went out to dinner with PK? I was like, okay, bring it on, Kyle. Erica's like, what? You didn't tell me? We've been on a flight and you didn't say nothing? Dorita's like, I'm picking and choosing who I'm going to share my life with. Y'all be just too judgmental about what I say or do or how I react to my situation. Erica's like, whatever, girl, I'm insulted that I did not know that you went out with your husband. You ain't telling nobody. So you trying not to tell me, is it me? Dorit was like, no, not you. I'm like, y'all know she's talking about Kyle and Amanda. Duh. So Dorit says, well, I didn't know about you and your new boo, Erica. What about the picture of y'all holding hands? Girl, Erica was like, well, yeah, we were holding hands and no one was supposed to see it. And it was just our second date. And yeah, okay. Okay. So Dorit, this dinner, what happened? What's up with you and the P and the K? Well, we ain't trying to get back together. Everybody was like, we know. Dorit, you want to get back with PK. He don't want you. Sorry. So they actually talked about having a consistent schedule for the kids. So good, everybody's happy for them. Kyle hopes this means that they will mend their whatever co-parentship, and Dorit will be in a healthier and a happy place mentally, and she won't be flashing on Kyle. Let's hope for the best, Kyle. Erica wants to know why Sutton wanted to room with Amanda. Girl, why you ask that for everybody? So Sutton is like, I didn't want Amanda to feel alone. And I wanted to understand, her more. I wanted her to, because she is a little, entitled. And I just wanted her to know you could have an opinion, but you should have told Dorit your opinion of her. Yeah, that's where you went wrong. I agree, Sutton Brown. And so Amanda's like, well, if I explained how it happened, why it happened, what was said, and give her the full context, she would know that I wasn't talking bad about her. And I'm like, y'all, can you guys believe this is the 13th episode of this season and we are still talking about the little funky comment that Amanda made that just suggested that, oh yeah, she keeps talking bad about PK on this here camera. She's going to make it hard on herself, moving forward with court proceedings and all the things you got, and just all the stuff she's making it hard on herself. Dorit, why is this comment such a big deal to you? Why? Why, honey? Dorit was like, look, boo, you don't know me. And if you had good intentions of what you said, you would have sat me down to talk to me one-on-one. And had I encouraged you to give me some advice or give me your opinion, then you would have. But you put it all on Kyle. Now, Rachel wants Amanda to clear what she said. Can you please tell her what you said so she can understand it, how you said it? You know what I'm saying? So Amanda was like, everyone here pretty much had the same opinion, but Dorit, it seems like you're more offended by me. And Erica is like, is that because you don't know her that well, Dorit? Like, is she being a little two-faced because she said this here, said that behind your back, said this, said over here, and said that? So what's up? Dorit was like, absolutely. Bingo. So Kyle is like, were you, we were supporting you, Dorit. We looking out for you, honey. We care. We love you. We know you're hurting. Do you want a hug? Bose is like, yeah, but it's different, Kyle, because you and Dorit have history. She don't have any history with Amanda. Girl, Dorit was like, I ain't buying it, Kyle, because you said it to me. You said it to her. You said it behind my back to her. You said it again to her. You keep talking about it. Like, you need to shut up. And I'm just going to say it again. I just hate that I just hate that Dorit and Kyle couldn't have gone through these divorces and these separations together. It's just like, why can't they just have this in common and support one another wholeheartedly? Like, not even a little bit. Like, goodness gracious. And like Dorit ain't really tripping with Kyle right now, but it's coming. But we on episode 13. We about, we gonna wrap this up a little bit. We may do another week or two in Italy, and that'll be what, episode 14, 15 or whatever. It'll be time for, like, we might do one or two more episodes when they get back to Beverly Hills, and it'll be time to wrap this up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, besties, I may not cover this reunion because it's hard to, I'm not even enjoying it's just, and they ain't talking about nothing. All they are talking about is Amanda and this, say what she said about Dorit, and now the cult. So y'all, I'm just letting you know, I might bail out, child. It ain't holding my attention, but I might, because I always say I'm not. And that's because I'm just really not a reunion girl. But we'll see. Okay, let me finish. I just don't know, y'all. It's getting a little boring. We just keep talking about what Amanda said, and it wasn't that bad. Like, she just said you might want to stop talking about him so much because it might hurt you when you're with your divorce proceedings. Where's the harm? I don't understand the harm. I don't understand the harm. Dorit just needs someone to beat up. Last season it was Kyle. Now it's Amanda. Now, besties, question. Who do you think was the worst on their first season of the Housewives? Angel Massey of Potomac or Amanda Francis here in Beverly Hills? Who do y'all think was the worst new housewife? Let me know. Okay, so Kathy tells Amanda, if I didn't know anybody and I was the newbie here, you know what I'm saying, Amanda? You need to read the room and know your place. Woo! Child, Erica's look on her face was stellar. Jennifer's like, oh my goodness, you know, you done made her mad. You made her mad because Kathy is the peacemaker. Child, Amanda, here she go. It wasn't an informed opinion. I was a therapist. I have seen how divorced parents have made it hard for their kids and their families. Honey, Natalie was like, but Amanda, you're not her therapist. You are here as a friend at a dinner table. Put this in the friend box. I said, I heard that, Natalie. So Kyle asked Dorit, well, what do you want from Amanda? Dorit is like, nothing, Kyle. I don't want anything from Amanda, Kyle. I don't even know her. So then Amanda asked Dorit, well, what was your intentions when you was deep diving, looking through my Instagram post? You know, you went back 14 years ago to a post I wrote about the cult I was in. You went back 357 posts ago. Girl, what was your intentions? Huh? Why you all on me? Doreen was like, girl, I use Google. I didn't go on Instagram flipping through all your posts. I Googled you. Um, well, that couldn't happen because if you look me up, my code and that is not on Google. Bo says, oh, yes, it is. Baby, yes, it is. And let me check. I'm sure it's there now, but let me check. Well, see here, I googled her, y'all. So it just says here is public knowledge, and it says she's discussed the cult in her blog and in her book, Rich as Beep. Okay, anyway, so it's there. Bo's like, yes, boo, it's there, Pookie. So she didn't say nothing about that. And so, yeah, Dorit was like, girl, I Googled you. Consider yourself lucky because I don't Google people. I don't even look up people, but I looked you up. Your book was there, and boom, there was your cult information, all right there. So, honey, they want to know all about this cult. Everybody's asking Amanda to explain. And they was like, start from the beginning and don't miss a beat. So, pretty much, we went over this, 2 episodes ago, but I'll go over it. I'll remind you guys, it is a religious-based cult, Bible belt, as she called it. She got cool with the youth pastor, got really close. They moved to Florida. The base group became controlling, isolating. You couldn't talk to your family. And when you go out into the world, you don't appear to be normal because the way you talk, you're not connecting with people in the world. She had to work because she had to give money to the church and, witness to others because you had to bring other people in. And she woke up one day and she was like, check this out, Booski, Reverend Booski. I want to go to college. I think she joined this group at 16. So now she's 19 and she needs to move on with life, And so they were like, oh, wow. So they're asking questions. So did they, misuse you, mistreat you in all the ways? She said, no, just emotionally and psychologically, not physically and not bump and tickle, No car went into the garage unwillingly. So no physical touch, anything like that. And I was like, how did you get out? She said, I ran away in the middle of the night. Well, did they ask you? Did they come looking for you? I was like, Jennifer. And who else was asking questions? Rachel and Child. She said, well, I called the head of the church and I told them what he was doing. And I told them to tell him to leave me alone. And he did. Jennifer was like, oh, you got away easy. Girl, you wanted to hear more. Jennifer wanted some mess. She wanted some more. It wasn't good enough. So now Amanda's like, and because of Dorit, thank you, Dorit, I'm going to manifest my new book. She has outlined all the topics for this to be her next book. She's going to write about the cult. Perfect. Jennifer is still asking questions. Jennifer, that's it. That's all the end. Dorit is too, because now everybody's just intrigued. And I'm like, this is when she was 16, y'all. It's not like it happened when she was in her 30s. She was a kid. It's not that interesting when you can manipulate a child, you know? That's easy work. So Amanda don't feel like answering any more questions, okay? Because, like, stop. She told you her beginning, her middle, and her end. What else? So Dorita's like, well, if you're going to write a book about it, you need to talk about it. Amanda says, not really, boo, because I've already proven that I know how to write a book. Clock that T, ghost writing author, you wannabe writer. Child, don't come for Amanda because she did not send for you. She wanted to have a one-on-one, but you chose to eat first. So don't get mad, honey, when she clocked your tea, honey. Yes. Go on, author. Besties, I've written 2 books, but anyway. So Sutton finds Amanda very interesting. And she said, because Erica's like, so y'all really bonding? This is what y'all doing? And so Amanda was like, yeah, we got ready. We were bonding, listening to Taylor Swift. Honey, that tickled Rachel. She was like, wait, what? You is sitting in the room dancing and singing to Taylor Swift, getting ready for dinner. So Erica thinks Sutton is up to something. She like, Brown, what are you up to? So, honey, the night ends. So the next morning, the montage is Amanda is telling her followers, her subscribers, that she wrote the intro for her new book and she's getting started. So look for that. Dorita's getting glammed up because, honey, she's going shopping. And Jennifer Tilly is trying to go downstairs for a cappuccino. Remember, she has this glass box elevator. She goes down. There's this big old bear that scares her. Polar bear scares her. It was stuffed, fake. And she doesn't know how to get off the elevator. She doesn't know how to open the door. And she's all, help, help. And she had a mask on her face with some sunglasses. Ciao, ciao, ciao. So outside, Kyle, Sutton, and Amanda are talking. Amanda has her laptop, honey, because she is writing the book for real. She's like, all thanks to Dorit for bringing all this up. So Amanda, they asked her how, did last night go? How did she feel? And so Amanda was like, last night was hostile. Like, oh God, like, y'all just, it wasn't fun. And so Amanda tells us, she needs to process things because she doesn't like to react emotionally. She wants to be calm. And when she responds, she don't need all that rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, girl, not a woman who's emotionally intelligent. All right. So they tell Amanda Dorit is judging her about the cult. Don't you think she judging you? I said, look at them instigating. She judging you. You see how she was bringing it up and she Googled you and she was asking questions and she brought it to the group. She judging you. She's judging you. So Amanda's like, I see no point in talking to Dorit. Like, there is just no end to this. There's just nothing. I'm good. And Amanda is not good for reality TV, just like Angel Massey. So that's why I'm asking Massey's, who do y'all think is worse out of Angel Massey or Amanda Francis? Because they are 2 of a kind. So Sutton is like, oh, you are irritating me. And so Amanda's like, okay, the ladies in this group, they want you to act crazy in order to communicate. They can't handle you when you just calm and collected. And so she's not going to do it. She's not going to perform, Sutton. So Sutton tells her, oh, connect to your feelings and then share them. You can do it. And she walks off because Kyle walked off. Kyle was like, I'm leaving. I can't keep talking in circles. And y'all, when Kyle walked away, what was that on her butt? Was it like something from her microphone pack? Was it a leaf? What was that? I mean, just on her booty. I'm like, Kyle, what is going on? And kudos to production. Y'all didn't even want to edit that out. Y'all couldn't blur it out. So anyway, Rachel's son texts her. Rachel was asleep, didn't miss the text. Girl, child, she's on vacation. So the youngest boy, I believe, he was the only one at the dad's house. The older guy, you know, the one that bought her that Airman's bracelet, he was at his best friend's house. So the young son was over there, and the dad, Roger, sat him down to discuss his girlfriend with the youngest son. And you know, that's the son who said last week that he don't want to be bothered, he don't want to meet her, he ain't ready, right? So Rachel says, you know, she was mad, besties, because she's like, she has told Roger not to tell the boys about his friend because he told Rachel he had a friend, not a girlfriend. So she's telling him, well, don't tell the boys about your friend and don't bring her around them without my consent. Now, Rachel, Roger is not your son. He's not one of your children. He's a man, your ex-man. He's grown. You're getting a divorce. Excuse me, you're getting a divorce? You're getting a divorce. He can move on. He can move on. I get it. Those are your children. They don't want to meet her. But I mean, I just grew up in a different era. Like as a kid, you just stayed in a child's place and you just rock with it, roll with it. If your daddy show up with a different chick, you meet her, say nice, say hi and be nice, and that's it. She ain't trying to be your mama. So Rachel calls Roger an a-hole because she think he went behind her back and did this trying to be slick. But it's like he has a new life. His kids are in his life and he felt that they need to meet his special woman. And it's not you. And you don't have a say over what he do in his life. Those kids will be fine. They don't have to, like, don't bring them around because they're not ready. Like, how are the kids going to get ready? Will they ever get ready? They're children. They don't know how to get ready to meet a new woman. It's bound to happen. And she might be the next wife. Like, why are you... Girl, you cannot control what Roger do with his life. That's his life. And you can't hide your kids from the world. Oh, they don't like her, so don't bring them around. Like, girl, what is she gonna do? They don't like it. It's not her, it's the situation. Like, okay, so when is a good time? When should they be able to meet their father's girlfriend? What, 6 years after your divorce? Is it too soon? What is it, Rachel? I don't get it. Men move fast, okay? If you were in love with a new guy, you know, yeah, he would be coming around your children. He can't bring them around her until you get a new boo. So Rachel mad she missed her son's call and she can't call him back because it's too early in America. You know, they're in a whole different time zone. And so Rachel just feels that he disrespected their family dynamic. Girl up. Rachel, the episode is over. Besties, I cannot deal with that. That is like, girl, he has a right to move on and them kids need to meet her. They don't have to like it. They will be fine. Are they going to be emotionally damaged because they meet their daddy's girlfriend? If she going to be coming over there, tending to his needs in the bed, coming over, they need to meet her. That might be their stepmama. Why is it when you decide it's okay? They're children. They'll be fine. All they have to do is be nice to that lady, and the lady be nice to them. What is the problem? Is it just too soon, besties? I don't get it. Move on. Goodness gracious. And how you just think you're trying to run somebody because your feelings are hurt? Rachel, get a therapist. Besties, that was the end of the episode. Like the video if you hang around here. If you hang behind the shade, like the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscription button and like it. Hype my video. Make sure that notification bell is on, and let's continue the conversation. I want to know who's the worst. Who's worse, Angel Massey or Amanda Francis? And I want you to explain how you feel about Rachel tripping off this mess about her ex-husband. I guess maybe when the ink dries, it's fine. Whatever. But me and move on. You can't control him. Them kids will be just fine. Golly, it's the real world. Let your kids have a taste of it. They will get through, they will grow, they will mature, they will understand. You cannot keep them from learning and exploring. This is life. This is life. It's life. It sucks. That's just life. Life gonna be happy and sad. Yeah, get a grip. Okay, y'all. What the Kathy say? Read the room. And learn your place. Rachel, you need to learn your place. Bye, besties.